Hey everyone, it's Koki from creativekoki.com and welcome to day 4 of Not Just Your Basic Granny Square Cal. Thank you for posting your progress pictures. It is looking amazing. Some amazing vibrant colors. I love it. I love it. I love it. We might go over today even though there's only 4 rounds, so I'm not going to waste too much time talking. Let's get started with round 15. Alright, so here we are. Done those DC3 togethers. I want to show you quickly. Didn't find a yarn ball, but I have a basket and I threaded the yarn through. I'm not sure if it's going to work. We'll see. If it doesn't, I'll have to go find a gravy bowl of sorts in the kitchen and try that tomorrow. So starting with a standing double crochet in your chain 2 corner space. Remember to hold that quite tightly. You are now going to work 2 more double crochets in that space. So your corner is no longer 2 DC chain to 2 DC. It's now 3 DC chain to 3 DC. You're now going to skip that first hidden stitch and the next stitches, so skipping 2 stitches. And now in that third stitch, you're going to work 3 double crochets. Okay, now skip 2 stitches, and in the next stitch, work 3 double crochets. And you're going to do this all the way around, just remembering that in your corner you are going to have 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. This is your typical granny square stitch. I brought it back in because yeah, I just love it. I think it's really quite pretty, but also I don't want to take away too much from the actual granny square. So you can see we've done that stitch in the beginning before, and now we're just repeating it. So fairly simple rounds today, and yeah, not much thinking. You can go quite quickly. So it's just this round where you are sort of setting up the stitches that you have to pay a little bit attention in skipping those 2 stitches and working in the third. But in the following 2 rounds, yeah, pretty straightforward. No need to pay too much attention, and it will go quite quickly. So yeah, let me stop talking and you can keep going and let me play you some music. Okay, so almost done with this round. We are on the last side. Um, after the first two sides, your hands kind of get used to the motion of doing the 3DC in a stitch, and you will start going, much faster. I have to tell you, this whole threading the yarn through the basket for it to function as a yarn ball, it's not working. Um, yeah, I'm getting quite annoyed with having to constantly yank the yarn. So, how do you guys do it? Maybe you must leave me a comment and tell me, share some ideas, or maybe share pictures of your yarn balls on the group page. There must be an easy method to this, I'm sure. I generally keep my yarn. I pull from the center and then I just work until I finish it all. And I have no idea what possessed me to wind up the yarn into these little balls. This is definitely not working for me. Okay, anyway, back to the side. We are now almost at the end. Look at that. I am loving it. I hope you are too. And I hope that you are not bored by the simplicity of this blanket. But I think sometimes the most simple things are the ones that are, most enjoyable and most beautiful. So I'm going to end off this corner, I've decided. Um, and I'm going to start with a new color. So I will do the invisible join, and I'll allow you to catch up, and I'll finish that join and come back and meet you on the next round. All right, so there we are. We are on round 16 now, and on this round, you don't have to worry about counting stitches. You literally work your half a corner, which is 3 double crochets, and then now you simply work in those spaces between the groups of 3DC. So place your 3 double crochets in each of those spaces all the way to the end of the round. So at this point, if you want to, you can simply, put me on pause and go sit in front of the TV and finish up those rounds. Catch up on some series or watch a movie. But this is all there is to it. That's how simple it is. Just keep placing it in the space, and don't forget that your corners are 3DC chain to 3DC. So keep going, and I'll see you at the end of the round. Okay, so I'm at the end and I'm working that second half of the corner. I'm going to start with a new color. So I've chained 2. I'm going to now cut the yarn and do an invisible join. And I will then see you on the next round. It's looking good, isn't it? Okay, so round 17, and we are literally repeating the previous round, except this time we're going to have a few more repeats. So again, starting in the corner, half a corner, so 3 DC, and then now simply do 3 double crochets in each of those spaces all the way around. And that's it. You, again, not necessary to count, just, yeah. 3 double crochets. That's all there is to it. Don't forget your corner is 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Okay, so how easy was that? I am going to do an invisible join because I want to start the next round with a new color. And even though we have about 5 minutes or so left, and I did say I would try and keep this at 30 minutes, I think I'm going to give you this last round. So let's get to it. Okay, so on this last round, we are now going to work a 2 double crochet corner. That's the difference. So there you go, 2 double crochets, your standing double crochet and 1 double crochet. Do not skip that hidden stitch. Okay, so we're working in every single stitch, and we should have 51 stitches per side. So literally from your previous round, not in the spaces, now only in the stitches, you will work 1 double crochet. So that's it. Just remember that when you get to the corner, it will be 2 double crochet, chain to 2 double crochet. Okay. And for those of you who haven't done an invisible join, so remember you can also at this point, because there's no spaces in between the stitch, you can also work over your yarn to just secure it away. So yeah, that's what this round's about. 1 double crochet in each stitch and a 2 double crochet, chain to 2 double crochet corner. And I'll see you at the end. Okay, so on the last side, we're almost done for today. I know I did say I'm going to, we will do this for just 30 minutes a day, but I just felt it was a bit incomplete to stop, at the previous 3 rounds, and I really wanted you to have a nice finish. And this kind of creates a nice border around those typical granny square stitches. I do understand that, it is a very trying time for a lot of you. Um, and trying to find the time to do these extra activities might be exceptionally difficult. Um, you know, we started school today. Matthew had his first session with his teacher, and even Natalia, who's only 2, got given work to do. She had to sort colors. It's quite interesting, but the thing is, you have to sit down with them and work through it. Um, so yeah, if you're struggling to find the time, then maybe you could catch up on weekends, or don't feel pressurized. Just stop where you are comfortable with stopping. I think as long as I try not to go too long over the allocated 30 minutes, we should be okay. But yeah, I think I'm going to as we keep going, I might at some stage only give you 1 round to do as the square gets bigger. Let's see how it goes. So at this point, and I should be checking, my recording as I keep going, because I completely moved my hands off where I should be focusing on. But I like that thick white sort of frame. So I am going to work a half double crochet in that standing double crochet. I'm going to pull a long loop through so that my work does not get undone. And tomorrow I'm going to continue with white. So yeah, how does that look? Do you love it? I'm really enjoying this. I think it looks great. So that brings us to the end of day 4, and please post your pictures in the thread, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.